If you think looks maxing, your net worth, your network, your appearance, or any of these things actually matter to women, you've been listening to Claviclear, you've been listening to all these influencers in all of society who are wrong about what women actually want, what drives women crazy for a man, what makes women want you deeply in their soul. If you want to not just date women, but have a real long-lasting relationship and have marriage and kids with a woman in a way that is successful and that has the woman chasing and wanting and desiring you, you have to listen to what I'm about to tell you. Because for years, I got this wrong. In fact, when I was in high school, during a certain time period, about 2 years, maybe a year and a half, I felt like a complete, absolute loser. I wasn't talking to any women. All of my guy friends, my dudes, my boys, really didn't even like me, kind of making fun of me, kind of just didn't care about me, didn't want to hang out. I was really lonely. I had a really hard time with it. And I approached my dad, because I talked to my dad quite often. I was like, Dad, I'm having a really hard time at school. I'm having a really hard time with my friends. It is just difficult for me to make connections, meet people, make new friends. And for women, I don't know what to do. And one time, a few months after this, I was playing softball with him. The men's softball league in a tournament in White Lakes, Minnesota. And we're walking, and he goes, Son, I remember what you told me, and I'm going to show you something. Because you can make friends with anyone you want, and you can talk to any woman, and you can have any woman want to be with you, date you, and have a relationship with you, long-term and short-term. I'm like, what do you mean? He goes, yes, it's like reading minds. It's like a superpower. Let me show you. So we found and walked along the tournament. There's about 3 or 4 fields. And a woman just got out of a porta potty and went to go talk to her husband. My dad and I struck up a conversation with him. My dad led, and basically within 3 minutes, we're walking, and my dad goes, hey, we should go watch this game together. And, oh, sure, right, sure, sounds good. And they're all friendly. It's almost like instantly friends were made, almost literally instantly. And we did this about 2 or 3 more times. He'd walk up to a random person and strike up a conversation, and nearly instant rapport, nearly instant kinship, feeling something there, no matter what. Now, fast forward to today, this has been a skill I have developed over the years. And if you are a man looking to date, be with, do other things with, and have or a long-term marriage relationship with women, the only thing you need to be concerned with that really drives a woman to want you and desire you and want to be with you is a woman is directed by how she feels about you. And how she feels about you, if she feels a certain way, she will do anything for you. And she will be a great, incredible, amazing woman who you should respect, take care of, love, and give everything for. But in order for her to have this feeling for you, there's a set of things that help out, that will guide and attract not just women, but men as friends towards you. You will be a magnet for people to want to work with, collaborate, and for women to want to date you all the time. So, I'm going to go through a few core things, but there is one main thing you must do to cause this feeling within a woman. There's a switch in their eyes. There's something that changes within them that makes them go, yes, I want you and I'll do anything for you. It is how you speak to them. Means more than how much you make, how big your is. It means way more than how notable or famous or anything you are. It negates all of these at once. How you speak is a representation of how you feel about yourself and the person you're talking to. And how you feel about yourself and the person you're talking to reveals within people whether or not they're going to like, know, and trust you. And their ability to like, know, and trust you decides whether or not they want to talk to you, work with you. And if they're a woman, date, sleep with, and be with you long-term or short-term. And what chooses and allows that connection to happen faster, so you can actually land and be with any woman you want and make a friend with any man you want, is the following things. Number one, your confidence in yourself. Women feel, they don't think, they feel everything. You know, when you tell a woman a story, they're thinking and feeling about every single word you use and every single correlation between all those words. Men kind of listen to the idea and what you're generally saying. Women pick up on every single thing. They feel it all. So how you speak, how you pause, how certain you are, how confident you are, how much passion and interest you have, how you ask questions about them, how you're able to not be anxious, how you're able to be certain. These are magnetic to women. They truly want and desire their ideal man, which isn't 6 figures, 6 foot, 6. It isn't any of those different things. It is simply how they feel, which is changed and caused by what you say and demonstrate to them. I'm not saying you don't have to buy them anything. You don't have to buy a woman you're with anything. You don't have to do any performance. You don't have to do any of these things that you're told by society and by the world that you have to do. You have to look smacks and break bones and do bone smashing, all these dumb things to have women want to be with you or to be with women. That's not the case. How you speak means everything. And what you say and how you say it means everything, because women feel from words. It's why women's literature, aka the smut they read, it became so popular, because words mean everything. What you say and how you say it means everything. They pick up when you're not actually that interested. They pick up when you really intensely actually want and desire them, but not from a place of need, from a place of desire, of confidence, of, I would love to be with you, but if you don't want to be with me, that's okay. Because here's what I'm looking for, and I'm looking for someone who wants the same thing. You're either going to meet that or you're not. That's up to you. Freedom of choice. But confidence so solid that the freedom of choice makes them want to choose you. So I could talk for about an hour straight about how to speak, how to dress, how to feel, all these different things. I'm going to go over the most important points that are crucial. Because you've seen, just as I have, you've seen really not great looking dudes with bombshells, with amazingly beautiful women. And you've also seen guys be with women who are stunning, who they can't stand because they're absolute B words. They're absolutely just the most atrocious women characters there are. And there's great women, there's horrible women. There's both sides. Just like there's great women or men and there's bad men. And you only want to, with this ability, this newfound ability you're going to have to be with any woman you want, essentially. In a way. You're going to only want to choose to be with the precise woman, this is really important, that wants you. A woman who initially shows interest back, who is reflective of you, who is similar to you, who has good ethics and good morals. That is the only type of woman you want to be with. If a woman is not that, you don't want to be with them. You don't want to talk to them. Oh, they're really pretty. Oh, she's stunning. She is big, and her is so great. That's fine. But it doesn't matter. I don't care about, I enjoy those things, and I try to be with and have been with women who have those things, yes. But what really matters is the soul and heart of a woman, because speaking with them and talking with them every day, these things don't matter at all. What's in them and how much they desire and want you and are willing to give to you, as you're willing to do the same for them, that is what truly matters. And when a woman feels that, through your communication, through your confidence, through how you present yourself, because I'm going to go through the actual specifics now, that is what makes a woman desire and want you truly and deeply. Now what we're going to do is actually go into specifics. Specifics that, again, are focusing on how a woman feels about you. Based upon how you feel about yourself, your confidence, how you look, how you dress, how you act, how you smell, everything. And the specifics, and if you do a few of these, just a few of these right, your chances to be approached by women, to be wanted by women, to be received well by women when you approach them, and everything with women and men as friends and business partners, etc., to all work amazingly well, to go phenomenal, it all will become much more effortless. For example, myself talking in business, and especially after I've started the conversation with a woman, and after the initial beginning of a conversation with anyone, for me becomes flawless because I am not performing. You are not to perform. You are not to have a mask. You are not to be this plaything. You are not to appease anyone you are talking to. Any woman you are talking to, you are not there to impress them. You are not there to make them laugh. You are there to be yourself. And to be and develop yourself to be such a person that they do laugh, they do smile, they do think you're sexy, they do think you're great. You want that to naturally emanate from yourself as a person, and when that's the case, they will want you regardless of how you dress, how you act, how you look, how much money you got, and what you got down below. So, there are specifics that will help, though, you as a man be with any woman you want. Number one, you must aesthetically be pleasing. So, shower, this is going to be some basics for you, but listen up. Shower every day, no exception. Shampoo your hair, your beard, your mustache. Conditioner every single day. Try to make sure your skin, use like lotion, skin lotion. Your skin looks normal, clean, crisp every single day. Wear cologne. Doesn't have to be super expensive, but wear some kind of cologne and deodorant. You probably know that one. Wear cologne every single day. Dress as if you were going to look at yourself in the mirror and go, I look good today. This is pretty good. If you can say that to yourself in the mirror, honestly, and actually feel that, then you're dressing well. You're doing a good job for yourself, for your own self-respect, and for your attempts to have a woman want to work with you. Again, I didn't say to get a woman, to go after a woman, any of those different things, because that's not what you're doing. You're a man. A man does not chase. A man attracts and is a magnet. So, you need to aesthetically be aligned with a man. You need to do this internally as well. I need to be a man that if you were to think about, if I was in the mind of a woman, what type of man would I want to be with? You want to be with a strong-willed, passionate, enthusiastic, positive, charismatic, fun. And you're like, oh, I got to do all these things? Just be yourself. Be real. You are probably pretty great just as you are as a person. And there's, I'm sure, some things, just like with myself, there's some things you can improve upon and change in reducing your anxiety, reducing your depression, increasing your positivity, increasing your ability to just be your most fun, playful, enjoyable, confident, real self, which these are all characteristics of what a woman really wants to feel within you as well, not just in how you look, in how you smell, in how you sound, and how you talk, but in how you actually feel inside. That reeks through your personality. And that's what women, when they say all men are horrible or they're atrocious, you name it. They're saying that because they know how men really feel about them. Most interactions with men is a guy going, man, you're so hot, oh my God, come over here, let me, can I please, I got a one-liner for you, women don't want any of that. All my interactions with women, and especially recently, I've been able to date and be with very attractive women who are also having very pleasant, warm, nurturing personalities, because I'm attracted to someone's especially nowadays, especially as I've grown up and gotten older, I really have to have and be with a woman who has a soul, who has heart, who on her own wants to be with me and wants me for just who I am. If that's not a woman that I'm talking to, then I have no interest. Please run away from me as fast and far as you can. I don't care what you look like. I don't care what you got here. I don't care what you got down there. That literally, to me, means nothing. I'm looking for a long-term, and I'm talking to you right now, what will be a long-term relationship with a woman. And having that is not just more impressive, but more impactful for yourself and for the world. So let's get more details. You want a warm, if you're going to wear cologne, a warm, very attractive, great cologne. Preferably, if you can afford it, between $50 to preferably $150. The higher up price, generally, the better cologne you're going to get. You want something that's sharp. You want something that's warm, that is sexy. You want a sexy smell. I get complimented by friends, family, women of all ages, of every kind, on how I smell every single time nearly I go out now. They go, wow, you smell good. They go, oh my, okay. They'll be across from me and they go, wow, you smell great. They go, oh, don't spray too much cologne. Okay, 100 sprays is too much. But 1, 2, 3, 4, one, a small one here and a small one here, great. You will smell impeccable. You are not here to impress men. You are here, if you're the heterosexual straight man, you are here to impress women. And to impress yourself. When you walk around, you go, I kind of smell good. I look good. I feel confident about myself. I got prepped for the day. I'm ready. So that's the type of cologne you want. That's the type of scent you want. You want to use always body wash, always soap, shampoo, hair, this, everything. You want to smell really good. A woman loves that. A woman wants to eat you up. You want a woman who wants to eat you up, right? You don't want a woman who's like, oh my God. You want a woman who wants to eat you up. And vice versa. As well, when you are with a woman, talking with a woman, you need to slow down. Reduce your anxiety. You are not there to impress. You are there to discover on the first few dates if you even want to be with this person in the first place. And if you are going on a few dates, then it's, all right, how can we build, maintain, and grow what we already have? You are not there to be a clown. You are not there to be her laughing thing. You need to be your real, authentic self, whatever that is. If you don't know what that is, you need to figure that out. That's number one, above everything else. So, slowing down your speech, asking very good, in-depth questions. We think that women don't understand. Men seem to think that women don't understand how we feel. We don't want to fully express ourselves, so we kind of go more surface level. A lot of times men with women interactions. You want a woman to go, wow, he's asked me questions and said things no other man has ever said to me. This guy is different. This man's unique. This man's actually something I want. If you impress her like that, just with your words, with your questions and what you say, and how you say it passionately, and like you're really being yourself, a woman will be drawn to you. So in general, ask deep, meaningful, real questions. Get to deeply know someone you're talking to. Even as you go on multiple dates, keep getting to know them deeper and deeper, their real personality, them without a mask, everything about them. And people, when they invest that in you and tell you and let you into their world, just like they're going to get into your own world, let them into your own world. That's where deep, real relationships are built. And that's what you really want. Because everything I'm telling you, I'm going to keep telling you, you're going to be able to be with any woman, essentially, that you want. But you're not going to want to be with any woman. You will only want to be with a very, very, very select handful. Nearly all women I look at, because we're going to go into this next too, I have zero interest or negative. I'm repulsed by, and I'll explain why that is in a few moments. So, how you look, how you feel, and how you sound. Let's go into how you feel. So, again, women can sense when you're not confident. They can sense when you're unsure. They can sense when You're not really being you. They can sense your agenda down below that you want them. You just look good. Yeah. You know what I mean. You know how you are. I'm a man too. You know how you feel. And they sense that. It reeks from you in how you speak and what you say and the questions you ask and what you're stating and talking about yourself. So you want to be as natural in yourself and just real and honest. Because, this is how I feel about this. Yeah, great. Yep. And ask, you want to almost talk to a woman as if, when you first talk to them, as if you were already friends. And talk to her as if she's almost flirting with you and wanting to get to know you and really thinking about you. You have to flip the table on them and what they expect. They expect men to be, oh, tell me everything about you. Oh my God, really? You're the best thing in the world. Oh my gosh, you're so hot and oh my God. They don't want that. You can't be every single other man they talk to or that tries to talk to them every single day. You cannot be that. You have to be what they really want. Someone who is confident, who is themselves, who is real, who is passionate, who is not playing a character. They are naturally drawn to that. So, if you feel deep inside root, soul, heart level confidence, realness, yourself, and aren't afraid to be humorous at times, you aren't afraid to be joking, fun, tease them a little bit. Just be you, like you're talking with a friend who's trying to flirt with and who wants to be with you. And ask them more intimate, more personal, real things. Also ask them questions that assume that you and the person you're talking with are developing something. So every date I've ever gone on, I ask questions like, so if you were to be with a man that you were to date for a really long time, what would you want to see and feel within that man that would make you go, this is exactly what I want. This man is my everything. What would that type of man have to be like? And then point to yourself. You can use suggestive stuff. There's NLP and suggestive stuff you can use as well. And then they're thinking through that in their mind. And the only man or type of man who's willing to ask that question is one she would want to pursue. You are vetting, you are asking, you are seeing if, just like you should with anyone and everyone who's involved in your life, should this person and does this person make a good fit to be in my life? And if they are, great. If they aren't, no thank you. That is what a woman must feel. How you speak and how you dress and how you act. So now we're going to move to the type of woman you even want to approach, even want to talk to, you name it. After, again, a recap of you need to smell good. You need to dress just better than you normally do. That's all. You need to dress and impress yourself and as well people around you. It's good to impress people around you. Not in a way that you're serving them, but then you're serving and taking care of your loving and respecting yourself deeply so much. Other people go, wow, this person has their stuff in their life and their mind and who they are together. You want to be confident in what you say and how you say it. Mean what you say. Do not back down, because women also will test you constantly. They test you in little ways and larger ways and obvious ways and non-obvious ways. And the questions they ask and the things they say, you name it. You have to be steadfast and confident in yourself and how you feel, the things you want. You are not to bend. Do not bend, do not break. You can compromise and collaborate, but you must also have standards of things you are okay and not okay with. So now we're going to go to what type of woman should you want to be with, talk with, any of the above? Because this is the biggest mistake you're going to make as a man, because your relationship with a woman can either, in most men's lives, either destroy or make your life amazing. It's either going to, in some case, literally kill you or end you, or make you feel like, wow, this world and this universe is just amazing. Because when you build a bond with someone, they have an impact on you. and vice versa. Your impact on them, it's real. So you are no longer in the chasing game. You are in the choosing game. And the best way to describe how you should be choosing the right woman to let come into your life, to provide and give for, she provides and gives to you, is by your gut and heart instinct, backed up by her actions. What this means is, when you look at a woman for the first time, does she seem warm? If she seems cold, do not talk to that woman. I mean, genuinely cold, not a little standoffish, and a little just stiffer isn't necessarily a bad thing. It is a woman who might have a good sense of self-respect. Because you also don't want the alternative. You don't want a woman who's, oh my God, super all over the place. No man wants a woman that's all over the place, if you know what I mean. You want a woman who generally matches as well with you and your personality, which in general, what you want to be with yourself and what you want in a woman that you want to be with, especially long-term, is someone who is warm, or at least, not cold, not super cold, warm, generally kind, a woman who respects herself, meaning there is no OnlyFans. That is disgusting. That is the most atrocious, disgusting thing a woman can do. If there is a woman you're talking to and she has OnlyFans, run as fast as you can. Zero exceptions. Because a woman and a man, especially in business and in friendships with family, who does not respect themselves will never respect you, because they don't even respect themselves. It takes a certain level of non-self-respect, of not caring about yourself, to get paid to show everything off to everyone in the entire world. It truly does. Sorry, it's the truth. And I know it's because I've known women who have had that, and they are not women I would ever want to be with at all, in any way, shape, or form. Let me tell you that. So you want to be attracted to and work with a woman who is kind, who is warm, who wants to be there for you, who wants you. There's a lot of pimps online that saying, I'm not a pimp. I don't advise pimpology, but one of the good things they do say is, I'll explain, is you want to be not with the woman you want to be with, but with the woman that wants to be with you. That's the woman you should be with. And it's, in a lot of cases, true. You want to be with a woman that you're not having to do everything and anything for with almost nothing coming back. You want a reciprocal relationship. You want to be with a woman that you're not performing for, but a woman that is going out of her way, a woman that is willing to go out of her way for you, a woman that is easy to work with. That is one of the number one ways you should be with a woman. In fact, it is actually my number one way, the number one reason and way to know the woman you want to be with for the rest of your life is if the woman you're talking to is easy to work with, easy to make plans with, is willing to compromise and collaborate with you. If a woman does not have those features, I would never talk to them. I don't care what they look like. I don't care what they sound like. I don't care what they smell like. I don't care if they got any of those above or below features. I do not care at all. If you do not bring me peace, if you are not pleasant to be around, if you aren't a good ethical person, you don't have high morals and standards for yourself and for other people in your life, why in the world would I want to involve my heart, my soul, my mind, and my money with you? I wouldn't. I never would. And you don't want that either. Which is where you have to remove that thing down there from the equation. You have to remove the aesthetics. If you are a man, remove everything you've been taught and learned and just naturally as a man go. You have to remove that care and thought, partially, at least let's say 50%, from your consideration of being with a woman. You do want to be attracted to a woman. You want to think that your woman is sexy. You want to be with your woman. But having those things, oh my God, she looks so bitch. That be your main thing you think about. If that's the main thing you think about and focus on, probably not the best idea. Because you want a woman who wants you, who is sweet on you, makes plans around you, who wants to work with and collaborate. It is easy to work with. That is the type of woman, especially with the woman I'm seeing now and the one before, that I went, ooh, I can be with this woman. I can see myself with her, especially in a future with her, because the now moment of her looking good does not matter, especially if you actually see any mid to long-term future with a woman. What only matters is what is in here, what is in here, and what is in here, their gut. And the aesthetical features are a great bonus and plus. Now, what's also important in choosing a woman, again, is you need to learn to identify faster and more quickly. As well, the things you will not accept and tolerate. The standards you need to establish for how someone acts, feels, and treats you every single day in a relationship and non-relationship as well. If those things are not established, you need to establish them immediately. Otherwise, you have no business getting into a relationship with anyone, or even having friends, or even talking to your family. You need to figure out, what are my standards and my boundaries of self-respect and self-love that I will hold regardless of what anyone else does, says, or tries to convince me. And having that alone will show to women around you and magnetize them towards you, because you're a real man. So how you look, how you feel, how you make a woman feel, how you talk, who you are, and you looking for those right things, and you only tolerating the things you looking for, what you want, and tolerating, and making all this kind of you should write this down, by the way. All of this you should write down, the things you want, how you should act, how you should feel, what you should dress, your schedule, etc. Combining these into one unified kind of strategy and method of who you are as a person will allow you to automatically and magnetically attract business deals, friendships, and women into your life effortlessly. Because women are feeling creatures. Everything I've talked through is how women feel about you. Your looks, they help. How you smell help. All these different things help. Really, it is how a woman feels about you. And all these different things are factors on how she feels about you. And the most important one is how you feel about her. Because women sense how you feel about her. So if you're, they're going to sense that and not have any interest, because most men are like that. If you're curious, a little mysterious, if you're wondering, if you see a potential future, if you're genuinely interested in a woman, they love that, and they can sense that, and they feel that. And they keep talking to a woman if they feel those things about you as well. You never get involved with a woman who doesn't actually have interest in you, which usually it's only women who have interest in you that I talk to, but some women have a half-ass interest. You cannot accept any half-ass interest. That's another thing too. The number one way to keep maintaining and have a real relationship is you only accept the behavior you are willing to give to a woman, and investments and energy and time and money you expect and demand and ask that your woman does the same for you. Because you are a man with standards. You are a man who deserves a woman who is willing to give what she gets and get what she gives. Now, it's not always going to be 100% exactly the same. Relationships change, alter, etc. There's a lot that goes on. But it should be within reason. And you know what is within reason. This has been an overall guide on how to be yourself, the best version of you possible. And woman and friends will come to you naturally without you having to do just about really anything. Just be your best self possible and use some of these different strategies. And overall, it's going to go really good for you. Take care. And real quickly, one of the most important ways to distinguish between woman you want to be with and woman you should be appalled by is their activity online. If a woman is posting extremely provocative pics that you like and go, wow, you look amazing, that's a woman you do not want to be with. A woman who has little to no self-respect for themselves is not a woman you want to be anywhere near. And social media, online interactions, is how people usually, generally, especially women, actually feel within. They express themselves. And a lot of times, women or people who support this type of activity, which is disgusting, say, well, the woman's just trying to express herself. She loves herself. You're sharing what you're sharing online with other people. The only reason you post something online is for other people to see it. That is the point of online. That is the point of social media sites, is for other people to interact, engage, and like it. If you wanted to feel that way about yourself, you would talk to your spouse, you would talk to a family member, or you would share and talk about it and keep it to yourself. If you have self-respect, if you love yourself. So, stay away. It's tempting, especially for a man, because we love how a woman looks. Stay away from women that either talk or that dress or that are outwardly, extremely, or even more than moderately sexualized or hypersexualized or sexualizing themselves or trying to really put themselves out there a lot. That is a woman you do not want to talk to, do not want to see, do not want to get involved with in any way, shape, or form. Because that woman has no external boundaries and no internal boundaries, because she's willing to go, here you go, the entire world. Look at all of that. I don't care that there's weirdos, that there's really bad people online. I don't care that there's dudes that are going to be doing that to this. I don't care about any of that. A cute picture, nice, smiling, or with friends, that's normal. That's realistic. That's probably a decent, good person. But if the pictures are look at, that should disgust you as a man. That should disgust you. And it disgusts me. I actually block and delete on basically every platform. Any woman I see post that type of stuff regularly, I block and delete that. Because it means you're open to the world. That is disgusting. You are open to the world? That is gross as hell. I want to be with a woman who's open to me and me only. I'm a man who wants a woman, not a whore. Sorry, not sorry. Nowadays, it is more socially acceptable and promoted, and it shouldn't be, for women and men in some ways to be revealing, to hypersexualize and sexualize themselves like that. And it is appalling. It is disgusting. And there's, I get a lot of flack from this from friends and family and different things, but it is disgusting behavior because it shows you don't care about yourself. It shows you don't have any ability to restrain and keep things to yourself, which is really important as a person, as a human being. Like for you to have like a solid soul and heart and mind is for you to love and respect yourself. So when I see that online, I just get, of course, when I'm younger, a little bit of your mind goes still like, oh, that looks good. But I go, you have a dad, you have brother, you have family members that are going to see this. You going, look at my, like, and is that, especially for women who share a lot of that stuff, that's all you have to bring to the table. You're not sharing like the art you're working on. You're not sharing great ideas or things you care about, or your pets or your animals or your friends or your family. You're sharing mainly or only or quite a bit of just how you look. That's all you have to bring to the table is how you look. You're a shallow whore. There's no substance and no personality to you. If all you share is look at me, look at me, look at me, look at me, why would I have any interest in ever talking to you, yet alone dating you? It is disgusting, atrocious, selfish, gross behavior that should be expelled from society. A lot of people are going to disagree with this, but I'm not a fan. As you can tell, I'm not a fan, and you should never be a fan of women that are like this. And unfortunately, it is a increasing number of women out there are like this. You need to find and search for the diamond in the rough and attract the diamond in the rough, a wholesome, real, genuine, loving, caring, warm woman who will serve, take care of, and protect you, your heart, your feelings, and everything about you. And that is the type of woman that deserves the type of man who's going to do those things for them as well. Where you have a relationship, where you have a bond, a soul bond, and not something only surface level, where you just get it done and you kind of hang out together and do stuff together. That's meaningless. Choose meaning, choose real, choose what your heart, your soul, your mind, and your gut tell you to do. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you in another video very soon.